Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to part 2 of the roll cage mods for the S15. Been pretty slack this week with getting out to the shed and doing some stuff because I had my surgery on my foot Wednesday. It's now Monday again, so it's been about 5 days and I've been meaning to stay inside with my foot up and be resting, but I mean, I got sick of that. I got bored, so I decided to come out today and do some more on the car. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, obviously. It's a bit worse than it was before the surgery. I could actually move around on the foot, but now that it's actually got plates and stuff in there, I'm not meant to be on it at all, but here we are. So for starters, what I've done today, I've already made a bit of a start. I've got the new A-pillar bar bent up for the driver's side now. I did bend up one the other day and I messed it up because I put too much of a bend down the end here, and it was like not a 90-degree bend anymore. It was like past it, so I messed that up. So I've got a piece of bar there that's it's not scrap. I can cut it up. I was thinking about cutting it up and using it as the stays for the side intrusions, like the 3 stays that go in the side intrusions. So it's not a waste of pipe, but sucks that I messed it up, but that's what happens. Thought I'd let you know, we all make mistakes. But yeah, so I'm gonna carry on now because I went aside for lunch, but what have I done? I'm gonna, people doing skids outside or something, are they? That's a bit lame. Mud, bro. Right, I just got to clean up some on the main hoop there where the old bars were welded to. Just going to clean those up with the grinder today, and then I'll sit both A-pillars in, and I'll bend up the windscreen bar, maybe just cut to length. I don't know if it needs bends in it or not. Cut that up, do the, yep, that one. The one across the bottom of the windscreen as well for the steering column to bolt to, so do that one. Then I'll tack them all in place, make sure it all looks good. Maybe put a seat in and sit in it just to see if I've got good clearance or not. Should have good clearance. But I want to change those mounts, so it probably doesn't matter too much. Anyway, I'll get a rough idea of sitting in there where it was, where it is now to where it used to be. Whether or not it's an improvement, but I'm 90% sure it should be. Yeah, dog. The coon. Coon lighting it up. Fucking hell. God damn. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on with that. Yeah, do some grinding, some test fitting, tack it all together, make sure it's all good. Fully weld it, probably. Maybe, yeah, fully weld it while it's still a little bit malleable, so I can get the torch around the tops, because it's really hard to get. That's going to be a bit difficult around the top hoop, but around these ones around here where the bar's going to be, it's a little bit difficult to get the torch in there. So if I can have it not fully welded down this end, I can pull it down, weld around as best as possible, and then put it all back up, do that underneath. And also got to, well, I've got to source some 3mm plate too for the stays for the where they go to the floor, because obviously you have to weld a plate to the floor where the tube bolt welds to. Sorry, I'm fucking all over the place today. Because obviously if you have a rollover and your tube's welded to just straight panel steel, it'll just punch straight through, so you need a bit of 3mm, like, yeah, big, for it to go onto, so if it does have a rollover it doesn't punch through the floor. But also with that, saying that, it may be a bit dark over here. My phone's over there and it's a bit of a walk to go to. But I'm gonna, I don't know if you can see this very well, but instead of having a flat plate there for the cage pipe to go down straight onto, I'm gonna bend it in an L shape and tie it in up onto the sill here as well. Just so it's got more of a, it's very unlikely, but if anything was to happen, instead of it trying to push through the floor, it's trying to push the plate through the floor and pull it out of the sill as well, so like a bit of extra guarantee there. So I'll do that when I get some 3mm as well, but they can go in last because obviously get the cage sitting there and then just slide the plates under and then weld them to the floor. bit of an arse welding to the floor too, because it's got the seam sealer along the bottom, and as best as you clean it all out, you still get some in there and it ends up catching, maybe not catches fire every so often, so keep a damp cloth around so you put that out. But yeah, I'm gonna crack onto it anyway. I've rambled on for a good bloody, what, 5 minutes now, shit. I've got the passenger side pillar there just lightly tacked in, just in case I need to break them again. Nothing too crazy. It fits pretty well. It's nice and tucked right in the corner there. Follows the pillar there as close as possible. So yeah, I'm just trying to emulate the other one to the other side. I've got it close, but I've just had to measure this side intrusion from the main hoop to where it goes there, because I like how it is. I like the positioning, so I've measured there, and I'll just cut the other one to suit, and then make the driver's side A-pillar fit nice as well, and then see how it all looks. So I was actually dreading doing this side, but I managed to get my notcher in there somehow, miraculously, which is going to work out good, because I'd already notched it with the just with the hole saw with the drill bit in it, but the drill bit broke when it bit through, so I haven't got another drill bit here. So I was contemplating just cutting the whole bar out again and doing it on the bench, but the notcher fits in there, so good times. Notch that and then dummy up the other A-pillar beam, and we'll see how it all sits. And if you're wondering why I'm just doing it in the car without actually just taking that beam out and just redoing it, it's because I'm a lazy bastard. And sometimes being lazy like this really makes you come up with some ingenious solutions to do something to save some time. So, and it's purely not me wanting to cut through a beam and grind it flat again and then notch another one. So it doesn't sound like much, but I'm not in the mood. So this works and we're doing it. So alright, I got the driver's one all tacked in. It's pretty dark in here at the moment. I don't have my phone on me, it's out front. I don't know if you can see that through, I can't really see it on the screen here, but hopefully it comes out good when it's on the computer. But nice and tight all the way up, nice and tight down through there, a little bit of a gap so we can slide a plate under. But yeah, turned out pretty good actually. Alright, so my original window bar kind of didn't really work. It was the bends in it weren't how I wanted them. So what I've done is I've cut up my the original steering column support. I'm going to use that instead, since it's a little bit it was a little bit wider, so there's more material to work with. So I've notched the one end and made sure the bend that was in it already works nicely in the window on one side, and I've just marked it to start bending it a bit further. Well, it's obviously way too long, so I'm going to have to start the bend and then trim it, you know, like here, and put a notch in it. Let me see how it fits. It should fit better. It needed a bit more of a aggressive bend, and obviously you can't, the other one was already like cut on the bends, and you obviously can't bend like that in the bender without material hanging past like the die, because it needs to sit in the die, and if it's already bent, obviously it's going to sit half in it, and it's just not going to work. So the reason being I can use the old window bar too is I got another bit of pipe there left over from one length that'll do the new one, and then I've got like another length, you know, 3/4 of a length there to do the top side intrusion. So all in all, we should have enough pipe to finish the job, but it's no dramas to get more if needed. So, but yeah, we'll try to work with what I've got spare from the old cage, so hopefully it all works out. So I'm making the lower windscreen bar at the moment, because I've tried making the top one twice now and it's not turned out how I want it, so it's really annoying me and I'm in a mood. So I'm going to distract myself and do the bottom one for now, because the bottom one's just a straight bar, so it's going to be a lot easier. Just while I'm doing it though, I've lined up, just because it's a straight bar, obviously it just goes, the two pipes are both like straight up and down, so this one goes between it. And just to keep the hole saw, like the notches in the same position, I've lined up the seam of the pipe like in the clamp there, like in the V. So then when I flip it around, I'll line it up in the exact same spot, and then I know that both the notches are like pretty bloody dead even, so then it's a nice fitment in the car. But yeah, I'll notch the other side and cut it to, cut it to length of notch and then put it in and show you. Alright, so I got the windscreen lower bar in. There to there, probably just check on the height, make sure it's in a good spot, and see what the actual rule is for like where it has to be, and then set it up. Then I can maybe have another go at doing the top one. Ah, man, it's hot in this shed. I need like a big fan. Even if I open up the front door, there's like not enough airflow the way the wind's going, and it's really hot. But yeah, this bar seems to sit a little bit higher than the old one used to, but I think it's because the old one was curved, and it, because the bars were back curved, so it curved forward and down. So obviously I'll have to make a new mount up for the steering column off there, and brace the pedal box mount again just straight up to that once it's all welded up. And then I'll remount my remote reservoirs for the pedal box cylinders, and maybe check that the dash, because it's got a hole cut out in the top for the reservoirs to sit out of, so I'll have to check that the dash still fits. We'll make sure I'll put the dash and then set those where they have to be, and see if I need to make a new bracket or not. So yeah. So the rule for the height is as high as possible, but not higher than the lower part of the windscreen. So I mean, where it is, it's probably pretty good, because the lower side of the windscreen's there, so it's probably as high as it can possibly be there. So that'll work good. Just a quick little level check with the phone. Close enough, 0. Guess that's pretty good. Yeah, give her a tack. Another tack. Oh, I missed it. There we go. Sweet. Good to go. Alright, now to attempt to make the top one again. Alright, so I've got most of the frame done up, and I've done some welding. I don't know if you can see that. Just for you welding connoisseurs out there that give me shit. I'm not happy with the top one still. I've got the top window beam in, and I still don't like where it sits, and it's got a bit of a gap there which I don't feel comfortable with just filling with weld. Obviously not for a roll cage. It'd be nice if it tucked right up against that, but I mean, I don't know why I'm struggling so much doing it. I don't know if it's just fucking because I'm immobile and stuff, and it's like getting on my nerves a little bit, but and I'm just trying to rush through it. But I left it unwelded while I welded the rest just to contemplate it, and now thinking about it, now that I've calmed down a bit, I'll probably try again to make it fit better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this video up here as like a part 2. So like the main outer frame is done. All that's left to do is the side intrusions. Well, there's actually a lot left to do really, actually, side intrusions. But what I'm going to do for that video is we'll take the door card off, and I'll see what's going on in there in regards to the window motor and the rails and where they sit, and how much I can cut out to still like sort of utilize some of the window. Like, it doesn't have to go fully down for me. I'm happy with it if it comes down, you know, just enough to get some like smoke out of the car or air when it gets humid and the window fogs up, because obviously I don't have a demister in here because race car. So yeah, I'll do that and see what we can work with the side intrusion going into the door, and then I'll contemplate what I do about there once I've done the side intrusions, with what pipe I've got left and what I can utilize, because maybe not better use that one as well. So it's a bit of a waste. Well, not a waste, I can always use scrap steel for little braces and stuff if I need to. So there's that, and I'll mount the steering wheel. Well, I'll put my seat in first on these original rails I've got in there. I'll see how I sit with the helmet in, and like how it feels with my head with where the bars are now positioned. And I'll get the steering wheel where it feels a bit more comfortable, because it didn't feel comfortable before where it was. It was a little bit high, and I was sort of like, I don't know, it just felt weird to drive. I wasn't a fan. It made me really uncomfortable to drive the car. Like I know it was sort of throwing me off a little bit, I think, but I'll get that set up and make a bracket up to weld to the bar there. Obviously the 2 bolt holes there, I'll just make up, I don't know, like a little stay or something to hold it there. I have to mount the remote reservoirs for the pedal box. Had to mount that pedal box mount there to this as well. So yeah, there's a few things left to do, so I've still got a few videos to put out for you guys, which, because apparently some of you guys actually watched them, so which is cool. Appreciate that. But yeah, so I'll put this video out as like the part 2, so then I can carry on with the part 3, and then maybe part 4, just so I've got some like content rolling, so I'm not stale for ideas while we're doing these mods and while I'm bloody off work and crippled. So yeah, very fun times. But yeah, we will catch you guys in the next one anyway. Cheers for watching, everyone. Appreciate it. Peace out. Peace out.